loyalty or co-branded cards because of that. Because first of all, you have the issue of, how will you finance the loyalty? You have the issue of basically how will you finance the loyalty if you don't have interchange? How will you finance loyalty if you don't have credit? Because either you are not able to offer it, or because the process to be able to offer it is too costly, too lengthy, or too complex. And to give you an example, we've basically tried when I was working at MasterCard to launch a co-brand program with British Airways or Air Miles. And the fact that, the main issue was that we did not find in France a bank that would agree to do a credit card, or I would say a pay card, for which basically their clients, for which the owners of the card holders would not be domiciliated in the given bank. So we went we went to meet with British Airways, went to meet a number of banks, Credit Mutual, SocGen, BNPP, and each of the banks. So basically, British Airways says, I have a portfolio of, I don't know, X 100,000 frequent flyer members in France. They provided the tiers and stuff like that. But the issue is that people from, none of the banks agreed to be able to offer such a card, because basically either the due diligence they would have to conduct or the recourse they would have for people that would not pay down their credit would be way too difficult.
Okay.
So that's I would say something which is very tricky, and unless you are, I would say, on the three-party model. So again, you are essentially in Europe, it means American Express, because Discover and Diners are not very well. I would almost no issuers in Europe. It's very difficult to finance a program. So I would say that I would say that's the main point, and maybe that's disappointing or whatever, but that's the context. So again, low interchange rates, hurdles to be able to promote credit either from a cost standpoint or a regulatory/legal standpoint, maybe it's very difficult. So that being said, you had some obviously you had some co-brands. So you had co-brand in the past. And you still have co-brand. So in the two options that you can work, because obviously, having a call where I can only say no is not very useful. You can imagine, I would say, two options. So, first of all, you have the options of looking at the business card holders, because business and commercial interchange is not regulated.
What was the first one? Second is commercial, but what's the first one? The
corporate or business. So
business. Got it. Corporate business. Got it.
Okay. So I would say interchange
at least for now, right?
At least for now.
Because,
that's correct.
Yeah.
So I would say, I'll give you an example. For example, something which is that's almost public knowledge. You know that MasterCard had a co-brand program with Lufthansa, which was called Miles and More, or something like that, the co-brand. So, and this co-branded card was very interesting for Lufthansa, because basically business card for frequent flyer program means that, those people are high spenders. They are also frequent traveler, meaning that they are not only traveling domestically, but also internationally. That's where, the schemes are making no full amount of money, or a huge amount of money. Let's not qualify that. So a huge amount of money. And also these cards of the frequent flyer, the Miles and More cards, were issued with a business framework, or within a business framework, meaning that either domestically or internationally, the card itself was yielding something between 120 and 160 bips, allowing not only Lufthansa to be able to provide all the loyalty, the miles and stuff like that, but also MasterCard to finance, because of the profitability of the card, a significant amount of the